What up, y'all? Look, this is a good video we're gonna react to right now. A lot of controversy. Olympian finishes second to transgender swimmer Lia Thomas. Let's get into it.
University of Pennsylvania swimmer Lia Thomas taking first place in the NCAA 500-yard freestyle. She is the first transgender athlete to be crowned NCAA champion, but not without controversy because critics say she has an unfair physical advantage over the other.
Obviously, you can see the physical advantage. Look at the height difference. Although I know they're standing on podiums, which, you know, has like different heights, but look at this height difference. It's not as drastic as this, man. Okay, this person right here is 6'4". Come on now.
Other swimmers and should not have been allowed to compete. Now, second place went to University of Virginia swimmer Emma Wyant, who won a silver medal in last year's Tokyo Olympics. She's getting an outpouring of support on social media, with some calling her the true winner. And we saw, Lauren, at that medal ceremony, the crowd was virtually silent when Lia Thomas was announced the winner, the first place winner, and yet they went crazy cheering for the second place.
You know what's so funny though? That, like, for me, it's so funny. It's the fact that females push this agenda. They want males, dudes, to get in touch with their feminine side. You know, okay, you came out, that's good, more power to you. You trans, that's good, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes towards, if you're coming towards their sports, something like their space, and you're trying to transition and get into their space, they don't like it. They want you to be gay towards the men's space, but they don't want you coming over in their space. That's kind of hypocritical if you think about it. Y'all pushing this narrative, oh, we like everybody, everyone's equal, you can do whatever you want, fighting for female women's rights, yeah, we empowered, we can do this. But like, when the shoe's on the other foot, you don't like it. And I find that to be so mind-boggling because it doesn't make any sense. Like, why you pushing this narrative and this agenda, but you can't handle the smoke? You booing him when it gets like in person. Online, everybody's gonna be protesting. Everybody's gonna be like, yeah, Lia Thomas is the truth. Lia Thomas is the GOAT. If I know if I say I'm Twitch streaming, I'll talk crazy about Lia Thomas, they gonna ban my whole channel. You know what I'm saying? Probably if I'm streaming on YouTube, they gonna ban my whole channel. Cause the social media realm, internet, is way different than real life. Real life, people is not messing with this in real life, in real person. They're not messing with this. But online, it's glorified. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's literally a divide from in person, for online and in person. And that's crazy.
Because Lia Thomas went through puberty, right, as a boy.
Yeah.
She has bigger lungs, bigger arms, bigger hands, and now...
I mean, yeah, but lungs is not really because you're a male. It's more like height. You know, the taller you are, the bigger your lungs are. You can be a 6'4" female. You're going to have bigger lungs than a dude that's 6 foot, even though he's a male. You know what I'm saying? Although there's exceptions, but I get what she's saying. I get where she's going with this that analogy or statement.
She's competing against women who don't have that physically. So they viewed the second place winner, Emma.
But look, if a female can do anything a man can do, what's the problem? Anything a man can do, a female can do better, if anything. They can't just do it, they can do it better. So what's the problem? I'm real confused. Anything a man can do, a female can do. But now if a man trying to do something a female can do, it's not glorified, it's shamed. Okay, I got it.
Wyant as the first place winner. I think this is a major issue for so many athletes, so many parents out there who are raising athletes, because the rules of the game are changing and we're figuring out what they should be. Should transgender athletes have an asterisk next to their name if they win? Right? Because Lia was like number 467 when she competed as a male. Now she's number 1 as a female. I mean,
that's crazy. What did that even tell you? That tells you, like, these females that's talking mad crazy. That's like, yo, I'm better than you. I'm the best female swimmer. Look, bruh, the best female swimmer is not even better than the worst. And he's not even the worst male swimmer. He's like 400. That's bad, but he wasn't the worst, and he's still doing your best. If that doesn't tell you guys there's a difference in sports, I don't know what is. Like female soccer, for example, the pay that they get paid doesn't make any sense. They're getting paid more than the male soccer players or football players, whatever how you want to say it. If you're international, they get paid more. They're not pulling more revenue, more tickets, not more views, but due to the fact that they're female and you get everybody know how online is, they pander towards the other side. You're not gonna see any pandering towards the other side when it comes to a male. It's he say she say, and she say takes takes the cake every time. So it's just funny how stuff like that comes into play. It's,
It
oh
just,
my goodness.
it's a tough issue, and I think it's going to be an election issue as well.
And Joe Concha, so Martina Navratilova, tennis legend, came out sort of said the exact same thing. She said maybe the solution in the interim is that you say, you're honoring the decisions of these transgender athletes. Maybe the solution.
Okay, I know this is a serious topic, but look, why is she sitting like that, bro? Like, come on, I just had to point this out, bro. She's sitting stiff like she gotta let out a fart, but she ain't trying to let nobody hear that. Alright.
In the interim is that you say, you're honoring the decisions of these transgender athletes, but you're not negatively affecting those who have worked so hard to get where they are. So maybe you put an asterisk by the name, you reserve medals, you come up with some type of interim solution in the gray area right now, Joe.
Doesn't make any sense.
That's not a bad idea at all. And if the producers just put up that full screen real quick, if you could, the first full screen showing the three swimmers, because that really hits home in terms of the advantage, right, that we're seeing here. And look, my wife is a former Division I athlete, right? And look at that, guys. And she would tell me about the training regimen that she had to go through in terms of being on the track team at her school, on top of being pre-med. It's just such an overwhelming commitment. And for these girls that are competing, knowing when they go into a competition that they're going to lose because one person they're competing against has a decided physical advantage. It's a whole bowl of wrong. But if you criticize this,
look, bro, to be honest, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like, you just because you know you're gonna go against LeBron and lose, that don't mean you're not gonna compete. You know what I'm saying? You already admitting defeat from the get-go. You saying that, man, it's Chris, I can't do nothing. Hey, who knows? You might be one of them females that genetically gifted that can beat him. You know what I'm saying? Because I know there's females out there that can probably beat this man for if you really think about it. Just because you can't don't mean it's not a female that probably was born with a little bit more testosterone than you. And now she has bigger lungs, stronger, broader shoulders, you know what I'm saying? More of a masculine frame. I mean, there's female like that out there.
Somehow you're anti-trans, whole bowl of wrong. But if you criticize this, somehow you're anti-trans somehow. Of course not. It's just a matter of asking for a level, competitive playing field. And I don't see why that's controversial in any way.
And Harris, we have.
Man, you pandering. I don't want to hear nothing. Hear whatever you talking about. But look, basically, in order for him to participate in these activities, these things, these sports, the male that's transitioning, they have to take hormones like estrogen, I think, for example, something like that, to block testosterone to a level that's suitable for around like a year. Now look, although that's continue happening, you gotta understand testosterone is created in the testes, and just because you lowering it doesn't mean you're completely stopping it. Testosterone has permanent effects, just like steroids, for example. Like testosterone, you hit it, you get puberty, you build in testosterone, you have denser bone marrow, broader shoulders, you grow taller, you have your face get more developed, bigger hands, bigger feet, bigger joints. See, things like that, testosterone helps. And it's not like you can reduce that with taking hormone therapy. You just can't shrink. It just doesn't happen that way. Like steroid, for example, you can take steroid for X amount of years. At some point, you get off, you will get smaller, but you won't get back as small before you took it. You won't get back to that base small that you were before, because that steroids have permanent effects in the body. There's stuff like that, chemicals that alter your body, like chemicals and hormones that will alter your body. No matter how hard you try, it will affect it. It will probably reduce somewhat, but you will never get back or get to the level of the females, even if you want to. So that's all I'm trying to say is, like, although y'all taking these hormones or whatever, for him to try to be like them, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't know why y'all even allow these people to come in these sports in the first place. Y'all wanted to support the LGBT community, and look what they doing to y'all. They effing y'all in the butt. Y'all allow this. Personally, me, I don't want to do that. I would not allow that in my program. A simple fact, if anything, I would create a whole section for LGBT to play in their own program. You know what I'm saying? Male, I have a male athletic club, trans athletic club, and a female athletic club, just like that. And we're gonna see what that gonna do. I'm not doing this. Doesn't make any sense.
Have parents, actually a video of them that spoke with Fox Digital earlier, and they sort of made that same point. They said this isn't really the right place to honor those decisions of transgenders because it's negatively impacting the biological females that have worked so hard. We'll play a bit.
We do not support a biological male swimming in the women's championship meet.
Wow, look at you. You taller than your husband, right? Technically, you a male. You know what I'm saying? Look, broader shoulders, taller, probably got bigger lungs, bigger hands. You know what I'm saying? Probably got a bigger clit.
Against females. It is an unfair advantage.
He's a human. We should respect that and what he wants to do with his life. But this isn't the place to do it. It's taken opportunity away from females that have worked very, very hard for a long, long time, even before college, to get in this position. And it's just not right.
So I think it is worth saying again, this is not about a lack of love for transgender community. It's about also honoring who they are and their journey. Maybe either an asterisk or a separate but equal division. We've got to come up with an answer. These are our children.
That's what I said. I said a separate division would be
Video of
best.
them that's
I don't know why they did this. It doesn't make any sense to me, but hey, yeah, I know who it is, man. If you support, I got nothing but love. You can support these people, support what they do, but look, just don't bring it to like the female space, like I got no problem with you want to do what you do. Do what you're gonna do. You feel good in what you're gonna do. Just don't bring it to the space where it's gonna negatively affect other people. You know what I'm saying?